Precious Cooper. I love you to death. I think that you could go as far as you wanted to in the sport. I don't care what you've been told to think about me or what you have, concluded yourself about me. I don't care. Much respect. Thanks for watching. What's going on, everybody? The videos that I've been making has apparently stirred up a world of shit, and I've had about 10 people send me emails, messages, private messages, all different stuff, talking about, Precious said something about me. I'll read that here in a minute. JJ said something, all this stuff, and, talking about everything about me. I want to talk about what Precious and JJ and them supposedly said. I did read her post that she posted on something on Facebook. I'm not a avid Facebook person. I haven't been on Facebook in a while. I do have an account, but I never get on there. Instagram is about the only place I get on. But, I have never, followed all these people's Facebook and Instagram and social media and then turned around and just told you and thought that I was doing something. That's not what I do. There is a couple of channels out there that does do that, but my biggest thing was to talk about the cars. Not necessarily the people, but the cars and the organizations, surrounding the cars and the show, and provide a different aspect that some of you may not have noticed when it comes to the races, the way the races are put on, presented, handled, that sort of thing. I have pushed my shirts pretty hard. And, in the beginning, I didn't say why. I was just seeing if they'd work. Hang on before you start firing your fingers up and typing something. My whole point in them shirts, I have not seen a dime, was to help kids at Christmas. Kind of breaking down one little part that what Miss Precious Cooper had to say about me pushing merchandise. I'm doing that to help kids that can't have a Christmas have a Christmas. Every dime from them shirts is going to, it's not a charity or anything like that. I'm going to load up, as much money as I make off the shirts. I'm going to double it out of my own pocket and buy as many toys as I can, take it to a hospital where kids are not coming home for Christmas. If that's being greedy, I don't see how anybody could hate on somebody for doing that. I'm not going to make a video for every hater that I have to justify or explain myself or anything like that, but this is over 2 or 3 months worth of stuff, and a couple of things that I picked out that I do want to bring up and say. I have a complete video right now edited and was going to upload until all this kind of come to a head, and I did want to address it before it progressed any further. And one thing I do want to say, and I've kind of heard this from the beginning, I made a video regarding this Camaro right here, the beginning of my YouTube career. It was probably June maybe of 2017 of last year, and it was when I first started this channel, and even today I didn't know how I wanted to carry the channel. I just knew I wanted it to be automotive. I didn't know, whether it was going to be, building a car, buying a car, or what. I was just putting my feet in the water and testing it. And there is a channel, Muscle vs. Tuner, and he done all these little quirky videos about, funny things about cars. Most everybody's seen them, and I kind of done, something, my little twist of the same thing. And I made a couple of videos. They never really done much, but at the end of the one I made about this car, this one right here, I brought my dad out and I said, this is my dad's car. This car has a good story behind it. One day I want to make a video and tell you the complete story. And he and I built this car. I just wanted him to be in the video. I mean, somebody's went and picked a sentence apart. Really? If you don't have anything to do but watch and hate, and I mean, you're definitely watching. I'm not gonna quit doing what I'm doing. I will always do this as long as the show is out. And, you know, I want to read word for word what Precious Cooper put on some Street Outlaws page. I was told that it was, you know, an original Memphis Street Outlaws page, but I want to read the whole thing, and then I'll go through and break it down and explain it, you know, do whatever I feel like I need to. All right, from Precious Cooper. This Jeremy East does not know anything or anyone in drag racing. He hustles info in pics off Facebook and is getting rich off the advertising part. Just watch, he is strictly doing it for money. He talks to the haters, the fakes, anybody that will talk to him to start trouble or gossip so people will follow so he can get paid for the advertising ads. Look for yourself. The man does not give a damn about the race, world, or racers. Much respect. I'm not sure why the much respect is in there at the end, but you know, the whole reason in this is because I love the cars, I love the racing. The whole reason I started this was to, you know, explain to someone who may not have noticed what happened during a race. I'm not mad about anything, you know. If I'm going to say something about somebody or talk, you know, all this stuff, then, you know, I expect to have it kind of dished back. But, you know, I have been told by your friends, by your acquaintances, the things that I'm saying. You know, it never says I'm wrong in any of the thing that you put. You know, I'm not mad by any means. You know, I don't get mad easy. But, you know, it's wrong. And, you know, I have said, you know, I know once, but the same offer, you know, if you want to set the record straight, you know, I will demonetize the video that you will let me come and you tell your side. I'll demonetize it myself for no money, just to prove that I am about it. I grew up, you know, drag racing, and, you know, it was bracket racing, NHRA type stuff, you know, same background as y'all, you know, always street race, hot rods that you have on the side, and, you know, without any money, I'll drive to Memphis, put the camera in y'all's face, and y'all tell me the truth if I'm wrong. Anybody that is watching this that is, you know, from Memphis, apparently I'm a big talk in Memphis and on Facebook pages. I haven't seen it. But, you know, take me up on the offer. It's simple. JEASTRACING@gmail.com. All you got to do is, you know, verify who you are. You know, we'll come up with somewhere to meet, and I'll come do it. We'll set the record straight. Simple. You know, you never said I was wrong in anything you posted. And, you know, you say that I don't know anything or anyone in the racing world. Well, that's wrong. Some people that's on your show every Monday night is the ones that I'm talking to that are telling me the things that, you know, I'm putting out there. So I do know somebody. You know, your friends, Memphis Street Outlaw JJ the Boss is the one who is contacting me, telling me all this stuff. So kind of debunked that one right there. Getting rich off advertising. You know, I've had good months and I've had bad months. You know, I have a full-time job. I'm a full-time coach. You know, I do other things on the side, and I do this for fun. I do this to give everyone an outlet to talk about the show and racing in general. I'm not doing this to stir stuff up. I'm not doing this to say I'm right. I've never said I'm right. You know, I put one ad per 10 minutes of video. I'm giving so much stuff back to my subscribers and viewers. You know, I try to have at least 2 or 3 giveaways going at the minimum the value of $50 or better. You know, I am going to build the car, which, you know, that is for my benefit also, but I'm going to have to pay taxes on it. So, you know, I'm not making killings like apparently people think. I'm not getting rich for standing here talking, you know, like some people think. You know, it is amazing. You know, I guess the average person would probably just quit, but I'm not average. I'm not going to stop. You know, I have, you know, had a lot of issues in my life, and stopping has never been part of what I do. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep making my videos. You can watch them. You can not watch them. You can get on somebody else's page and say something about me or, whatever. But, it is what it is. And, I know I say that a lot. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But, this is the best scenario to where that's true. I respect the hell out of everyone on the show, every driver, anybody who straps herself in a sub 5 second car and puts it on asphalt or concrete, with, the 1-lane roads and all that, I have mad respect for them. They're spending their hard-earned money to give us something to watch and, let us live through them for a minute. And I have so much respect for that. I'm not trying to hurt it. I'm actually promoting, their pages and all this stuff to where these sponsors and all these companies get out there and see. I mean, even if it's a little bit, it's helping, I do, and I've said this for a while, I do want to, slide my channel into a automotive channel with Street Outlaws on the side. That's the way I wanted it to be from the beginning. That's, the direction that I want to take it. I want to show all these cars and, do something with them, build them, and, I have the time to do it now. The whole reason that I started this side of my channel was to give, enthusiasts of the show, car enthusiasts, racing enthusiasts, just everyone a place to go and talk about it, give your opinion on who you think is fastest, that sort of thing. And it's turned into not that, I'm not going to stop. We're going to see more things on my channel because, frankly, it is getting aggravating having to, deal with it. I don't think that people understand that by them griping, them bitching, and them complaining and whining, telling me how dumb I am and how I'm wrong, how I'm somebody that's just watching on TV and all that. I don't think they realize that they're actually helping me. So if you do want to hurt me, if you want to see me go down, all that, quit watching. That'll be the biggest way you can hurt me, because my haters is probably where I get most of my revenue from, more than likely. So thanks, guys. Anyway, video about them going out west coming soon. I don't know. I've got the third video about, the lies in Memphis already done. I don't know where I'm going to throw it in here at. I may attach it to the end of another video or something. I don't know. I'm thinking hard about how I want to handle all this stuff as far as, I really wish that the ones who are saying something, typing on a Facebook page that I don't even know exists, I wish they would, I know they're watching this because they have something to say about what I'm doing. I wish they would hit the email address up that's on the screen right now and set the record straight. I promise you, I'm probably one of the nicest, coolest, best guys and honest. If you ever got to know me, you would probably think different about everything that you've heard or think or whatever you have in your head about me right now. I challenge you to do that. Miss Precious, love you to death. Queen of the streets, off with your head, love it. I have so much respect for JJ, and I haven't even heard his little live feed where he said something about me. I was sent an email talking about all this, and I have so much respect for him. I'd have more respect for him if he would contact me himself and let's talk. I wanted to do that with some of the other ones who I've talked to, but they told me so much stuff that could hurt people that I don't want to put their name out there and put them in some kind of jeopardy. So it is what it is, guys. Thanks for the support. I love each and every one of you. I really do. I love the show, all of them. The Kings, OKC, Memphis, Dirty South. I love all y'all guys. Respect y'all more than probably anybody else on this earth. Respect you for what you do. Strapping yourself inside those rockets and putting them on a sketchy street takes a set, and I'm proud of you. I am a fanboy. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm a fanboy with a little bit of knowledge in the streets. So I guess that's the best definition for me, a fanboy of the show with street experience. I'm done with the he said, she said, If you got something you want to say, you're a driver, you're associated with the show and all that, especially Memphis, let me know, JEASTRACING@gmail.com. And here's the deal that I'm going to leave you with right now. Anybody from the shows, anybody who has something to say, anybody who wants to go and type something on a Facebook page and all that, anybody who has anything they want to say, anybody who's not scared to have their face put on camera, them tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I said wrong, and, how I need to do it, what I was wrong about, this and that, and say it on camera. I will not monetize the video. I will let you see it before I upload it, and I will drive to you, no expense of yours except for the time that it takes to, answer the questions or say what you want to say, and, I will do it for nothing just to do it. No money. It will cost me to drive there, back, whatever. It's a challenge for each and every one of you. And Precious Cooper, I love you to death. I think that your talent is good. I think that you are a world-class racer. I think that you could go as far as you wanted to in the sport. Much, much respect. I don't care what you've been told to think about me or what you have, concluded yourself about me. I don't care. Much respect. Thanks for watching. You included anything you want to say, JEASTRACING@gmail.com, and we will come set the story straight. What I have been wrong about, I will be more than glad to say I'm wrong. I'm man enough to know when I'm wrong, and I will tell you if I'm wrong. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Anything you want me to know, say, do, have, JEASTRACING@gmail.com. If you do want to enter in one of the giveaways that I got going, the P.O. box is also at the bottom of the screen. And if you want to help with my toy drive for the kids, you can just strictly donate money, or you can, buy the shirts, get something for your money, and that's the links in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Godspeed. I will see you in the next one, and I hope to hear from someone that wants to set the record straight. Thanks for watching, guys.